Welcome back. Taking a look at your developing story for tonight. The impeachment motion against Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranayake was a hot topic in Parliament today as well. Here are some of the views that were expressed today.
Honourable Speaker, we found it difficult to make it to Parliament today. I don't know why there is such a tense situation. We couldn't come the usual way. We had to come another way.
ආරක්ෂක බලත්කාර කතානායකතුමනි දැන් මගේ ගෙදර ළඟ 2500 කට බස් වලින් ගෙනල්ලා දැන් මං එනකොට මගේ ඡායාරූප කළා ඒලා කතා දුවා පැයකට ඉස්සලා ඉල්ලා තියෙන්නේ මොකද හරියට 8:35 නම් පටන් ගත්තේ.
Honourable Speaker, there is no difficulty for anyone to come here. We also got caught to this. After the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice was presented to you, Parliamentarian Vijay Dasarajapaksa had challenged your ruling, the ruling that you gave as a Speaker of Parliament, and has taken this up in the Supreme Court. Because of this act, there is a black mark on this institution. Yes, he is a member of a parliamentary group. He is also the chair of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka. One cannot give a verdict by sitting on the bench of one's own case. If the Speaker gives a ruling, be it right or wrong, it should be accepted.
Nemo judex inso causa ඒ කියන්නේ තමන් ඉදිරිපත් කරන නඩුවේ විනිශ්චය සභාව හෝ විනිශ්චයක් ලබා දෙන්නට බෑ. Audi altarum partem ඒ කියන්නේ තමන් නිර්දෝෂී වැරදි කියලා ඔප්පු කරනකම්. ඉතින් මම ඔබතුමාගෙන් ඉල්ලීමක් කරනවා ස්වභාවික මූලධර්මයේ ස්වභාවික යුක්ති ධර්මයේ මූලධර්ම අනුගමනය කරමින් principles of natural justice අනුගමනය කරමින් ඔබතුමා සියලු ක්‍රියාකාරකමක්ම ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන්න.
I ask the Honourable Speaker and the Honourable Minister of Justice to draw their attention towards and in accordance with the prevailing laws of the country, punish those who, whether they have committed wrong or not. Instead of standing up to the charges and facing them, they are taking steps to destabilize the entire judicial system of this country. We have no problems here regarding the activities of judges in general. While we can look into individual judges, we should not get involved in other things. There is no clash between Parliament and the judiciary here. And we are not asking for a clash in Parliament. Today on the way here, we saw placards being held against a judge saying shame. I think this kind of thing being done through the state media is also a big problem because we begin to think that the government wants to chase away all these people. Honourable Speaker, the Chief Justice and judges as public officials have no right to inconvenience the public and come to Colombo for their discussions. The other thing, Honourable Speaker, is that the Chief Justice appointed by the President has commenced this struggle following a wrong committed by her husband. Nothing else is going on here. The Select Committee has been appointed. This can be discussed by the Select Committee, and I think that it is ethical that we stop discussing this at all.
We have seen on previous occasions when you have appointed parliamentary select committees that the country does not even know what is happening until the final report is produced. What is happening here is that the opposition is continuously raising questions and reactions are being made by the government. Then the media publishes it, so the people cannot be faulted with. This will end in anarchy. The people will lose trust in both parliament and the judiciary.
It's time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day.
Now, there is great enthusiasm among the people to find out the identity of the media head who obstructed the media at the UMP convention. UMP General Secretary Tissathanayake says that he was not involved in organizing media coverage. UMP media spokesperson Gayantha Karunatilaka says that while he was not involved in the obstructing of media personnel, a response should be sought from the General Secretary. In such a backdrop, who is the short-sighted head of the UMP media unit that worked against the people?
General Secretary Tissatanayaka said today that all media operations with regard to the party come directly under the purview of the party leader. I did not issue permits to the media. Our media unit was completely responsible for media operations. You must make inquiries from that unit because I was responsible for only the representatives and the convention. Everyone was given an opportunity to request permission to participate at the convention. Invitations were issued based on these requests. If you need further clarifications, you can ask the General Secretary tomorrow, because he was in charge of all the things related to the convention.
සම්මේලනය සංවිධානය කිරීමේ මූලික වගකීම මගේ යටතේ තිබුණේ.
The primary responsibility in organizing the convention fell on me. At the same time, various groups were given the responsibility of organizing other aspects. One was propaganda and media, the other was security. So the responsibility for organizing security, media and propaganda was handed over to the opposition leader's security unit and his media unit. So they would have taken decisions in this regard.
රක්ෂක අංශයටත් විපක්ෂ නායකතුමාගේ මාධ්‍ය ඒකකයටත්. ඒතර ඒ දෙකෙන් තමයි ඒ ගැන තීරණය කරන්නේ.
Prior to the 2005 presidential election, a slanderous poster campaign was launched against UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe. He promised to give bracelets and gold chains.
Violet Takage Bulat Dubai එකට යවනවා. පොඩි සූන්‍යගේ එළවලු ටෝකියෝ එකට යවනවා. මෙන්න මේ සියල්ල මම දින 100කින් කරලා පෙන්නනවායි කියලා රට බාරගත්තත්.
Even if Ranil Wickremesinghe says that he will do all this in 100 days, Ranil Wickremesinghe's government has gone down history as a leader who has failed to fulfill his promises. Today, Ranil Wickremesinghe has deceived the people. He is using George W. Bush's name to deceive the public. He has not only sold the name of the Lord Buddha, George W. Bush, he has even used our names for his own benefit. He has not only destroyed the education system, but he has also attempted to kill students and abduct them. He made sure schools closed down. I have evidence.
අධ්‍යාපනය ඝාතනය කරා විතරක් නෙමෙයි ශිෂ්‍යයන් පවා මරන්න උත්සාහ කරා ශිෂ්‍යයන් අතුරුදහන් කරන්නට උත්සාහ කරා පාසල් වැස්සෙව්වා මේ tie.
Senior UNP activists point out that as a result of this offensive poster campaign against Ranil Wickremesinghe, Mangala Samaraweera was severely reprimanded by then President Chandrika Kumaratunga. Nevertheless, today Mangala Samaraweera functions as the head of the UNP media unit. How will Mangala Samaraweera, who acted in such a manner when heading the government media campaign 6 years ago, operate the UNP media unit in the 6 years to come? Meanwhile, with astrologers expressing through the media that UNP General Secretary Tissatanayaka's horoscope is powerful, fortune tellers are of the belief that he is pursuing high office.
ඕන කෙනෙකුට කියන්න පුළුවනි මට රාජයෝගයක් තියෙනවා මම රජ වෙනවා.
Anyone can say that I have a powerful horoscope and that I will be king one day, but you need to understand the reality and work accordingly. It is said that a person like Tissatanayaka, by listening to others, is distancing himself from the people and turning them against him. When you say you will be the next king and go on, there is a possibility that in the end you will become a nobody. The people will reject him.
නිකම් පුද්ගලයෙක් බවට පරිවර්තන වෙන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා මහා ජනතාව ඊට පස්සේ යාව ප්‍රතික්ෂේප කරනවානේ.
Now, yesterday we carried out an SMS poll on the contradicting views expressed by General Secretary of the United National Party, Tissatanayaka, and UNP media spokesperson MP Gayantha Karunatilaka.
In the poll, 82% were of the view that Tissatanayaka was lying, while 18% were of the view that Gayantha Karunatilaka was lying. Meanwhile, General Secretary of the United National Party commented on the counting process at the convention during a media briefing today. The convention area was divided into 18 parts. These 18 parts were covered by CCTV. During the counting, 2 persons worked on a CCTV. That means each room had 2 persons. Also, we had arranged for an intellectual, an attorney, or a responsible individual to be present at that time. Can the result that was released on the extension of the leadership tenure of the United National Party be accepted? The results of the poll conducted to extend the leadership tenure of the United National Party are as follows.
The vote at the UNP convention to decide on extending the leadership tenure to 6 years. 5,315 representatives participate. 4,978 vote for the proposal. 337 vote against the proposal. Is this a believable result? If you believe it, SMS news space yes and send to 7788. If you do not believe it, SMS news space no and send to 7788.
The Asian Youth Policy Conference 2012 on the National Youth Policy of Sri Lanka was held at the BMICH in Colombo yesterday.
Monitoring MP for Education Mohan Lal Giro and UNP parliamentarian Buddhika Patirana were among those who attended the event.
If Sri Lanka is to prosper and economically develop, to compete with the emerging economies, now is the appropriate time for a proper youth policy. A youth focus will drive areas of development that require urgent action in the region. Good youth policy will encourage key agents and ministries to work together, particularly in the areas of employment, health, education, poverty reduction, arts and culture, and gender issues.